That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
When it comes to concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction doesn't stall. They go for the takedown. As Nebraska's full-service concrete contractor, they stay in bounds, hold inside position, and never forfeit quality. Whether it's foundations, flatwork, or concrete coatings, they elevate performance and pin down results that win every time. Stevens & Smith Construction is a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. Because when it's time to wrestle with concrete, Stevens & Smith Construction slams expectations. For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O. Tune in to Outside the Box from 4 to 5 p.m. for everything you need to know about the Lincoln Stars. Join head coach Rocky Russo and play-by-play voice Alex Byrne as they sit down with special player guests to tell the story of the Lincoln Stars and give you all the news and notes you need from around the USHL. That's Outside the Box with the Lincoln Stars on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. MHC isn't a new company, just a new name. Moe's Moving is now Moe's Home and Commercial. Whether moving across town or across the state, MHC Moving has you covered, specializing in home, apartment, assisted, and independent living moves. MHC can handle your commercial moves as well. MHC Moving has 0 hidden fees. You'll never pay for same-day booking or be charged for stairs, heavy items, or elevator fees. Rates are the same Monday through Saturday, and you will never pay a truck or fuel surcharge. And they offer payment plans through PayPal. Call MHC Moving today at 402-853-7167 or go to mhcmoving.com.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes. Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere self-propelled windrower from Landmark Implement during the early order program. Hay harvest is a race against time. Order a new John Deere self-propelled windrower to harvest your hay quickly and efficiently while promoting quick dry down for quality hay. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location for full details on a new self-propelled windrower and experience the Landmark difference.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, the #1 fastest growing GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln area. We are going to keep this train rolling in a big way with new half-ton and 4x4 pickup trucks starting at $12,500 off list price or 0% financing. You heard that right, $12,500 off list price or 0% financing. You pick which one works better for you. Please stop on in the dealership and meet the team or check us out at koppelcars.com. Stock number C280930. All deals with approved credit.
Nutrition Authority invites you to check out the all-new Epic Effects. Epic Effects is designed to blast body fat, curb cravings, and provide the smooth energy to get you through the day. Home of free samples and better than internet pricing, Epic Effects can only be found at Nutrition Authority. For store info, visit mynutritionauthority.com.
Midwest Bank is hosting our annual Thanksgiving food drive, partnering with local Lincoln schools to provide Thanksgiving dinners to families in need. We hope to provide meals for more than 120 families in our community this year. You can help by dropping off a donation at either Midwest Bank location, 7001 Pioneers Boulevard or 2655 Jamie Lane. Any donation is greatly appreciated. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank, member FDIC.
Welcome to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert. Former football national champion, speaker, and author Aaron Davis.
Pain is a teacher if you use it. And the lessons in the carnage of pain sometimes are elusive. They hide, they're stealth. The work is finding the lessons through the pain. There's always a message in the mess. Depends on if we want to get dirty and look for it.
Nick Sainert.
Driving left side is Boyer, picks up his dribble, looking for some help, decides to go up strong with it, and the layup will rattle home. Jack Riley picks the pocket of BJ Bradford up the floor to Jack Hostrider. Watch out! Mafisi in the lane, kicks it out. 3-ball, Townsley, right wing, it's good!
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, welcome to this tremendous Tuesday down at the Drive. It's a beautiful day downtown Lincoln, partly sunny, not a breeze in the air, and the temperature is actually nice out this morning too. Swim, good morning to you, my brother.
Hello, Aaron.
Hello, Aaron. Look at it's 43 degrees out there right now, man.
I know, it's not bad. I think I saw a high of 66 was on the docket for today, so certainly can't complain too much about that one. I do miss the hot, warm temperatures.
I'm not sure who that is. Text in, let us know who you are, baby. I love it. My man's got a big toe back there, man.
That's a lot to be trucking through downtown Lincoln.
He's got the big case Caterpillar front and rear.
Yeah. Go ahead. Tell me what that is.
I have no idea what that is, man.
Please tell me what piece of machinery it is.
Because I have no idea.
I didn't try to identify it.
I just call it, it's got a big scoop on the front. The big scoop is front end loader and a back end loader.
Okay, there you go.
And it's case.
Yep. No free shout outs. No free shout outs.
I think Case has enough to be able to take care of that.
Right.
Case, international. Okay, so Nick, let me ask you this. Are you a red one or a green one? Are you a John Deere or are you a Case International guy?
This is going to make a lot of people mad that do have an opinion on this. I could not care less. I don't operate the machinery, so I don't know what the pros and cons to each company's machinery are.
Well, I'm going to ask. I've spoke for John Deere.
Okay, so we like John Deere.
And I've spoke for Case International.
Okay, so we also like Case
Whoever writes the check, Nick.
It's a bidding war for AD.
Caterpillar, I'm down with you too.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's a bidding war for AD.
So I want to think about, so Nick, I'm going to tell you a story.
Okay.
My wife's grandfather, okay, the kid's grandfather, went with Case International.
Okay.
Because years and years ago, because that farm is over 100 years old, the particular dealer told him he'd never make it. Well, they sure as hell made it.
Yeah, they did just fine.
And they never bought anything green after that.
Nope.
Because the guy didn't believe in him. He goes, that's cool.
That's funny.
So I think about that.
Really cool.
He goes, that's cool. Never bought another thing from that the other place. But meanwhile, that wasn't me, so I do this with both.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I guess text us 464-5685 if you have a personal preference. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how many of our listeners are dealing with the farming equipment on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So whether it's John Deere or whether it is Case IH.
Now look at Trey Earps. Trey, oh man, sitting in St. Thomas, United States, Virgin Islands. Can't complain too much about weather. Trey, my man, I love it. In the Virgin Islands.
That's what USVI stands for.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Are you surprised I knew that?
Well, no. I did not know it.
Yes,
just
the
off
Virgin
the top
Islands.
of my head. So sitting in St. Thomas, it's pretty nice.
Nick, this was probably 15 years ago. I spoke in St. Thomas one week.
Yeah.
I flew back because I had an engagement back on the States in Florida, went back, and then went to St. Croix the next week.
Man, what a rough life.
Oh, it was rough, man.
First class for all those flights?
I just put it this way. I got it.
That's yes.
Trey, man,
I've never
enjoy
sat
it.
first class.
Oh, Jordan, it's Jordan. What's up, Jordan? He goes, it's Jordan, truck and trailer. Love the show. I listen every day, all day. The machine is a backhoe. The backhoe. Yes,
the backhoe.
Yes,
I've heard of it multiple times.
Trey, Jordan, thanks a bunch, man. Appreciate
That's
you.
awesome.
Jordan, I tell you what, you got some skills to be driving down O Street with that type of haul.
That's a lot. That's a lot of stuff to be hauling through the narrow streets of downtown Lincoln. I would imagine that Jordan has to pick his times very carefully because you don't want to slug that thing through downtown Lincoln in rush hour traffic. You don't want to slug it through at 9 a.m., but you have to.
Jordan, I know you're driving with a very, very heavy load. Let us know
Yeah.
where you're from, though, man. Text us and let us know where you're from. But, man, that's impressive driving skills you got from there, man.
AD, what is your confidence on a scale of 1 to 10 on being able to back up a truck with a trailer? Not necessarily that large of trailer, but just with a trailer in general.
0.
0?
I've tried it at the farm. I jackknife that sucker every time. I'm terrible at that.
I that's where I
see
wonder.
people do it with one hand, looking one hand on the cell phone, and they do it. It's a thing of beauty when they do it too. Can you do it?
I haven't done it for a long time. I would have confidence that I'd at least be able to eventually get the job done, but it would not be pretty.
No.
It would be one where it's like, please don't watch.
Nick, think about those dudes, okay, in the cities, major cities, when you're just walking around and you see those semis, delivery trucks going through heck, even Lincoln.
Yeah.
And them just maneuvering that thing and backing it in tight spaces. And dude, I'd be clipping cars. I'd be hitting buildings.
Yeah.
Big shout out to all the truck drivers out there and the delivery drivers, because I tell you what, your driving skills are insane.
How far down the list of careers would you have to go to eventually become a truck driver?
What do you mean?
Like, how many careers would you have to fail at or pass up on to where it's like, okay, you know what? What I'm going to do is I'm going to be a truck driver.
So you're saying you have to be a failure to be a truck driver?
Not at all. I'm saying for you.
For me?
Yes, because truck driving would not be high on your list.
So I would love to drive a truck.
Oh, okay. Okay, so is it only 2 jobs? If the speaking engagement thing doesn't work out, are you going to be a truck driver?
If I could be a long-haul truck driver, I would love it.
Okay, that's what I'm asking.
If I didn't have family
I'm not
or
trying
nothing
to
like
dig
that,
anything.
If I didn't have family or nothing like that, I would do it.
Oh.
But, Nick, the thing about it is, dude, I look at those truckers like in the wintertime. There's no way, bro. I don't have you got to have nerves of steel.
Well, hold on. Okay, so have you seen it's the ice road truckers?
I've
is that what
watched
you're
that.
watching?
Yeah.
That's extreme.
Okay, Nick, think about a messy day in Lincoln.
Yeah. Well,
now put that
that's
on the interstate.
infrastructure.
Now
I mean,
just drive it on the interstate at times when it's
Yes,
snowing.
yes.
And you know it's snow packed.
Yes.
Would you feel comfortable driving an 18-wheeler on that?
No, I'm never feeling comfortable driving that big of a thing.
I would be terrified.
But
to
also,
drive
you're
that.
bigger than everybody else.
Yeah, that just means more damage.
It does.
Because you see, well, think about that last storm we had, Lincoln. Back, it was March. Remember, I couldn't make it to Minneapolis? And it was last March. I know exactly. I was supposed to fly to Minneapolis.
Okay.
And they canceled my flight. In fact, you barely made it out to Dallas for something.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You remember what I'm talking about, don't you?
I'll say yes.
It was in Omaha. You barely made it out because the roads were absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
that bad. And I only
do
know it
remember
because
this.
I made up the engagement.
Yes,
It's just coming up March.
I do remember this.
There were so many trucks that were jackknifed on I-80. I would never, I don't have the nerves to do that, dude.
Yeah.
I'd be nervous. I don't even like driving my own truck on roads like that, let alone 18-wheeler.
Yeah.
Nah, I couldn't do it, dude.
The ice road trucker thing is a little extreme, right? Because we're not driving over lakes and
there's no way in the world I could do
ponds or rivers or whatever it is, and like, man, I hope this ice holds up on this truck. Like, and then the dramatic music. I've also learned that everything is much more dramatic when you put dramatic music with it. I've seen these like video edits to where it's been clips of ice road truckers, and it's just like normal music or it's no music at all. And you're like, yeah, you know what? This isn't that scary. But then when you have the da-da, da-da, as they're like slowly, and the camera pans to just the tire with the ice cracking. Yeah. It's like, okay, hold on. Maybe it's not this close. Because also, would they really do it if it was going to be life or death?
They put their hands in life or death quite a bit.
Okay.
They really do. And that's why they're paid well for what they do, because they do some serious, highly stressful.
Yeah.
Insightful dude, good morning. He goes, longer trailers can be easier if you have the room because they don't turn as quick. Also, most farmers nowadays aren't loyal to red or green. It's more about who makes the better product with the best technology and gives them a better deal. Makes a lot of sense.
Okay, Jesse from Milford says we have both Case and John Deere. It's all about what we can afford for what we need it for.
That makes sense.
Affordability, I would
affordability,
imagine.
and what's logical for them, what they need. Unknown texter 8324 says, I can back up a trailer, but I don't want anyone to watch me.
and maybe that's part of it, right?
I'm with you. Then unknown texter 0283, good morning, goes, look in your mirror. If your rear end is too far one way, turn your steering wheel that direction. That's the part that what messed me up, Nick, is the
you got to go opposite.
That would screw me up big time.
Yeah.
That would screw me up.
I don't know. That's wild. Anyway,
Folks, we got a great
didn't
show.
expect to be talking about this.
Yeah, with Jordan, man, congrats to you. Be careful driving. Trey, enjoy the Virgin Islands down there in St. Thomas. Folks, I want to give a big shout out to all of our veterans. It is Veterans Day. We want to give a shout out to all the men and women who wore the uniform, in some families, the ultimate sacrifice. A mom or dad, a son or daughter, a brother or sister did not come home. So we just want to say to all of our veterans, DF is one of our veterans. David, man, appreciate your service. And all of you men and women out there who are listening, thank you from the bottom of our hearts for your service. My grandfather was military. Both my brothers were in the military. A lot of uncles military. Very proud of them. My brother Mark, of course, who I always talk about, he was in Desert Storm. He drove one of those trucks.
Whoa.
One of the big semis over there, man. It was a supply truck, so he drove those semis all around the desert in Desert Storm. So big shout out to my brother Mark and my late brother Miles. Rest in peace. And to all of you veterans out there, thank you so much for your service. Appreciate you. Folks, we got a full show for you today. There was a heck of an NFL game last night. I watched the fourth quarter this morning.
Heck of a fourth quarter, heck of a game. Is the NFL becoming more difficult to watch?
The first 3 quarters were a little tough because it was defensive dominated. And then I watched the fourth quarter this morning.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I cannot do this 2 nights in a row.
Yeah.
I should have went to bed at 8 o'clock before the Steelers even kicked off on Sunday night.
We shouldn't have watched it.
I shouldn't have watched it at all. I was like a nightmare before going to bed. But I watched the fourth this morning. So we're going to discuss the NFL at 9:30. And there was a major firing in the NFL. I can't really say it was major. And I was a little bit surprised, though. A firing that took place in the NFL. We'll discuss that at 9:30. 9:45, we got history. 10 o'clock, Matt Rule's presser. We'll discuss that. And I think Nick's got some things he was curious about on that as well. Listen to that presser. I was like, okay. So that's at 10 o'clock. And then we'll probably carry over that into 10:30 as well. And also talk about, because we didn't talk about and break down TJ Lateef, just his overall performance and what that looks like in 2 weeks going into Happy Valley. It's going to be a lot different environment in Pennsylvania than it was in Pasadena, that's for sure, because the competition is going to be a lot better.
Yeah.
So TJ Lateef in Nebraska and friends will have to be a lot better as well to get a win out of Happy Valley.
There's a lot of also at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Nebraska men's basketball obviously plays tonight. It's pseudo big game. Pseudo big game against Maryland Eastern Shore.
Yes. And those numbers you mentioned yesterday was like, wow.
Yeah. So here's the thing. You know, it's not necessarily the most notable of schools when you search Maryland Eastern Shore and it brings up the map of the Eastern Shore of Maryland. The Eastern Shore of Maryland is part of the U.S. state of Maryland and lies mostly on the east side of the Chesapeake Bay. So that's the first thing that pops up. However, the Hawk Athletics, their hashtag is soar above and beyond. But once again, basketball, they're just making the kind of the Midwest trip here. They just got done playing at Cheney University of Pennsylvania. They won 104-59. That came after on the heels of 2 losses at Georgia Tech, 56-52 in overtime, and then at Georgia, 94-29 in Athens. There, they will play They'll play Nebraska. Then they travel to Creighton on Friday, and then how about this? Do you remember this team from the NCAA tournament? One of the 16 seeds from a couple of years ago. Longwood University.
Yes, up in New Jersey, right?
Virginia.
Yes. Yep, Longwood University.
Yes, from Farmville, Virginia. Longwood University. But then they play.
I've spoken on that campus before, man.
At Longwood?
Yeah, it's a very small little campus, probably 2,500 students, if that.
I was cheering for Longwood University in the NCAA tournament a couple of years ago. I bought a shirt that said, Longwood Lancers. But they faced number 1 seed Houston in the first round back in the 2024 NCAA tournament. They lost to the Houston Cougars 86-46. So it was not a great showing for the 16-seeded Longwood Lancers. But Maryland Eastern Shore, the opponent tonight, Nebraska should have no issues with them. Mm-hmm. Tomorrow, though, the women play the Creighton Blue Jays at home.
Yes, indeed.
Creighton versus Nebraska at PBA tomorrow night. That'll be a really fun one.
It's going to be a good one. Nick, before we go to break, man, something I saw this morning that blew me away. I didn't even realize the cat was still playing. Mercedes Lewis.
Yeah.
He was a rookie on Madden NFL 07. 2 decades later. Now, check this out, dude. Check this out. He was drafted back in 2006, currently with the Broncos.
Yep.
In 2006, the same year as Vince Young and Matt Leinart. He's seen the league evolve from flip phones, TikTok, from pocket QBs to dual threat stars, and so what he's still built for Sundays. Think about this, dude. He's made over $63 million in his pro career. He was drafted out of UCLA, first round, 28th overall pick. Played for the Jacksonville Jaguars from 2006 to 2017. So spent a lot of time in Jacksonville. Then played for the Packers from 2018 to 2022. Played for the Bears in 23 and 24. Currently with Chris Rav's Denver Broncos. 21 years. He's like the Tom Brady of tight ends.
21 years. I mean, frankly, AD.
You were 3.
No, I wasn't.
21 years ago? You were 3 years
21
old.
years ago. I thought you said in 07 he was a rookie.
No, he was, but I'm saying he's been playing for 21 years.
No, not if he was started a rookie in 07.
So let me see here. Wait a minute. He was a rookie in Matt. So wait a minute. If it was 07, that'd be 18 years ago.
Yes. Because I would have been 6.
He's 4. I was getting the 41 and
Yes.
call it mixed up. So
Yes.
07. But 18 years he's been playing, almost 20 years in the other pros.
Which is crazy because here's the thing, AD. $63 million for 18 years in the NFL contract world isn't that much.
Well, it shows you how much it's evolved.
It's evolved. George Kittle just signed his deal 4 years, $76 million. And so you're talking about, I mean, there's a lot of guys. Trey McBride, 4 years, $76 million. Even somebody like David Njoku.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how about this? David Njoku has been in the league 8 years, and he's made $70.1 million already. So you're talking about 10 fewer years, and he's made over $7 million more than Mercedes Lewis. But your point still stands. Longevity, man. That
It's
pension,
insane.
that
Tight
pension
end
check
as well.
Yeah, that
You're
pension
basically
check.
you're basically an offensive lineman for the most part, and for him to stay healthy is. I seen that this morning. I'm like, man, that is impressive, man.
Yeah, big time.
He's made a very nice living.
Yeah.
As far as that goes, and like you said, think about Aiden Hutchinson's contract.
Oh,
guaranteed, what, 130, 128, something like that. You know, which is just nuts.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, when you look at Aiden Hutchinson's contract, 4 years, $180 million total contract, $141 million in guaranteed money.
Good gosh.
Made him the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL in terms of average salary. Guarantees him the most guaranteed money ever for a non-quarterback.
Nick, this has nothing to do with here or there, but I wonder what Cleveland is going to do in their quarterback situation with my man.
Might as well just draft another one.
When he's making all, because they still owe him how much left? How much do they owe him? The my man that got kicked, Deshaun.
Well, so they're still honoring his contract. But
talk about dead money.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
How much is left on that, Nick?
Well, so this year he's making his base. Well, so his base salary this year is, remember, so it's not that much. His let's see, his making about, let's see, I'm trying to find it. It says it in 2025 here. $230 million guaranteed was the number for him, by the way. Because he signed a 5-year, $230 million contract with the Cleveland Browns. So in base salary this year, he's only making $1.2 million, but they've kind of restructured it to where his signing bonus this year was $8.8 million.
To not even play.
But then next year, $46 million base salary.
Gosh, man.
Yeah, so next year, as a in totality, 2026, he's making $80.1 million when you factor in signing bonus, everything there,
and not even playing.
Yeah, and then in 2027 he'll make an additional $25 million. And then he's an unrestricted free agent, which I would imagine he probably won't get signed anyway.
No. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, that's
man.
wild, man.
Whole management ought to be fired for that contract. I'll tell you that right. What was the owners that okayed it? So it is what it is, man. Is Cleveland being Cleveland?
Yeah.
Folks, we'll come back. We'll discuss the NFL, what went down and who got walking papers on yesterday in the NFL. We'll be back. It's The Drive.
Keep 'em Home reminds listeners that each winter, thousands of seniors suffer from weather-related medical difficulties. If you know a senior living alone or at risk, please check up on them. Make sure their furnace or heater is working properly. What better way to show you care than by taking a senior shopping? Even a simple phone call to assure their safety. This reminder is a courtesy of Keep 'em Home, serving our area with pride and integrity, providing in-home care for seniors and disabled individuals who are confined to their homes or need additional aid to complete their daily activities. For more info, call 402-937-7000. That's 402-937-7000. Keep 'em home, on the air because they care.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see decreasing clouds throughout the day with a light breeze. It'll be mild with a high near 67. Tonight, mainly clear skies and calm winds, the low around 36. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies and light winds with a high around 62. I'm meteorologist Kyle Bucket from 93.7 Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Midwest Bank is hosting our annual Thanksgiving food drive, partnering with local Lincoln schools to provide Thanksgiving dinners to families in need. We hope to provide meals for more than 120 families in our community this year. You can help by dropping off a donation at either Midwest Bank location, 7001 Pioneers Boulevard or 2655 Jamie Lane. Any donation is greatly appreciated. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank, member FDIC.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
It's the best time of the year to order a new John Deere self-propelled windrower from Landmark Implement during the early order program. Hay harvest is a race against time. Order a new John Deere self-propelled windrower to harvest your hay quickly and efficiently while promoting quick dry down for quality hay. Now is the time to lock in the best price of the year. Contact your local Landmark location for full details on a new self-propelled windrower and experience the Landmark difference.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Acreage owner getting ready for winter? Make it easy with John Deere compact tractors and gators from Acres Equipment. Add snow blowers, front blades, cabs, heaters, and loaders to tackle every chore. Right now, in-stock units are priced to move with competitive financing to fit your budget. Get winter ready today at acres.com. Acres Equipment, your acreage handled. Financing subject to approved credit with John Deere Financial. Not all customers qualify. See dealer for details.
Empire Netting and Fence delivers top quality netting and fence solutions. From major sports venues to backyard installs and everything in between, coast to coast. We take on tough jobs with grit, integrity, and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
For remote starters, audio upgrades, and more, there's only one place to go. Auto Sounds of Lincoln at 48th and O.
Sometimes good people make mistakes. When you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court and protect your freedom to get you the best possible outcome and the justice you deserve. Trust your freedom to Liberty Law Group, the best criminal attorneys in Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now. In our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes, Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
Now back to the drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Singer, sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, folks, we're back on this tremendous Tuesday. There is another long vehicle on O Street. Looks like a tour bus with a trailer on the back. I would have some major issues with that as well. DF, yes, $235 million. Again, that's $235 million that was guaranteed to Deshaun Watson of the Cleveland Browns. And I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, that would be amazing not to even have to work and get that type of money. But nevertheless, it came with a cost, and that is for sure. Decisions. Folks, this segment is brought to you by Jack Russell, who is in Cuba right now. He is in Cuba, Havana, Cuba, right now with a number of other gentlemen from Capital Cigar Lounge. They are having a great time there. I think they may be touring some factories, some other facilities down there. But Jack Russell's been a well-respected representative with Farm Bureau since 1999. Can help protect your home, your vehicle, your family, even your future. Give Jack a call today. He ain't going to be there, but you can call his office. His great team will be there at 402-421-9100. Again, that's 402-421-9100. And learn how Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services can help you. Lincoln or in Seward offices. Nick, the NFL, the game last night. Did you watch the whole game?
Mm-hmm.
Initial thoughts?
Yeah, I thought that, when you look at it, so obviously the Eagles win 10-7 over the Packers, and this is a case to where I struggled to decipher between it was weather that caused a lot of the struggles in the passing game for some of these teams, and then or just the way that Philly plays. I mean, Saquon. I mean, once again, it was a defensive kind of fight for these two. Cold night at Lambeau Field, but I thought that the Philly defense really did a good job of keeping Jordan Love in check, kept him uncomfortable for a large amount of the night, and really the offensive, the one big play was like a 35-yard pass from Jalen Hurts to Devontae Smith late in the game, and so that was kind of the thing that kind of sparked the entire game for Philly's offense. Come away with a 10-7 win. I think it's important to just note, AD, like, once again, teams that can win in any environment are at any level, right? Against any sport are the ones that obviously can really run the table.
This one is going to sting for Green Bay. You have the game at home, elements that you're used to, and not to come out with that one. I mean, that's I was even looking on Twitter. You never believe everything that's on X or whatever you want to call it. But just listen to some of the fans. We need to get rid of our coach. I mean, you're going to start hearing things like that. And Matt LaFleur, he got asked a lot of questions in the presser yesterday. I was kind of looking up that. It says right here, is he coaching for his job? He goes, I'll leave that for everyone else to decide, said LaFleur. I'll just focus on the day-to-day. I feel like you're always coaching for everything in this league. That's just my mindset. That's always been that way. You can't ever excel. You've got to always be pushing. That's just my mindset. And that will be my mindset until they tell me that I'm not the coach anymore.
Yeah, I mean, LaFleur's,
is that premature, Nick?
I don't know. I don't think anything can be premature nowadays. I mean, the guy's been there for 7 years, and there's been a lot of changes under his leadership, right? There's been a lot of different faces, and Green Bay's now working towards this mindset of like, this was kind of the year that they went, I don't want to say went all in, but they've made commitments to some guys. They've made commitments to Jordan Love. They brought in a guy like Josh Jacobs, who was extremely underutilized towards the back part of his career in Vegas/Oakland. And then, on the defensive side, probably the biggest move of the offseason in the entire NFL was the acquisition of Micah Parsons. So it's not that they view this year as the only year, because those guys are on some longer term deals. But now the Packers, they're off their wide receiver room has been beat up dramatically. They've lost one of Jordan Love's favorite targets in Tucker Kraft for the rest of the year. I don't know what the expectation is, because I'm not a Packers expert, but I would imagine that part of it is I don't think you can ever have it premature, just because the expectation for everywhere is to win. And so I just think that when you look at the Packers, they've made investments into some key positions, quarterback, running back, and an edge rusher guy that, they probably expect to win a game like last night, where on the season, the Philadelphia Eagles, AD, have had 29 drives this season that have went 3 and out. Their offensive coordinator is under some heat right now because of how conservative he has been this season for the Philadelphia Eagles. Last night, they showed it. There were multiple times where they chose to run it on 3rd and medium/3rd and long. Now, part of that is you have one of the best running backs in the league in the backfield in Saquon Barkley. The other part of that is you kind of viewed it as, okay, let's just play the field position game because we have faith in our defense. However, if the Packers can make one more play last night, then the Eagles aren't winning that game on Monday night. And so I think it's partially, second for the Eagles, second most in the NFL in 3 and out offensive possessions this year. That's not the statistic that you want in the back of your cap. The team that's in first place for that, the Denver Broncos, with 34 3 and outs this season.
That move that Saquon had, that spin move on the left sideline, was absolutely filthy. And I think, Nick, there's a lot of obviously discontent in Green Bay right now, because that's your second straight home loss. You dropped to the Panthers last week, 16-13. You lose another close one by 3 in a game that in both of those games, you had ample opportunities to take care of business. And like I said, LaFleur knows this is a results business. So I'm sure there's some folks, and they're sitting right now at 5-3. And so I'm sure some folks, and knowing they at least 6-3. I mean, obviously Carolina's improved a bunch, but you didn't expect Carolina to come and beat you with a walk-off field goal either at home, as far as that goes. So their schedule eases up a little bit, at least for one game. They got the Giants, who are, which leads into the next topic. The Giants just fired their coach on yesterday, and which will be Brian Daboll. Was David Daboll. I said
Brian Daboll.
Daboll. I was like, no, his name's Brian.
Yes.
Brian Daboll. Daboll, my bag. Daboll, my bag. Daboll. Brian Daboll. Do you think that's the main issue, though, Nick, with John? I think they have a lot more issues than just Daboll, though, man. I think there's a lot of other things they got going on. First of all, we got to look at this. You got your top running back hurt. All right. Your QB got hurt. Dart is hurt. However,
and your number one wide receiver, Malik Neighbors, is out for the year.
Malik Neighbors was gone. He was what week was that? He got even hurt. It was early.
Yeah, it was early in the season.
Week 3, maybe something like that. So there's a lot of issues, that's going on there. But I think the Giants are just looking like, we're just doing an overhaul with this thing right now. So I thought he would make it maybe through the season and then make a change. I didn't think they'd make it this late in the season.
Well, Brian Daboll. So this was his 4th year on the job, and I think that there's some sort of a. I think that there's some sort of a consideration as, okay, don't forget. I mean, Daboll was the head coach when they re-signed Daniel Jones to a massive deal. He was also the head coach when they moved on from Saquon Barkley, and it was really unfortunate because I think that going into this season there was a lot of promise. There was a lot of promise for the Giants to have an 8-9 win season, one of those type of years where maybe you're on the cusp of the playoffs, right? And the Giants here, I think that they're sitting at 2-8 right now in this season, and there's been injuries. Partially, I think it's a front office deal, going back to the decision to move on from Saquon and not even thinking that Saquon would entertain other opportunities. Other than that, though, I think partially as you see what Daniel Jones has done in Indianapolis. And I think front offices might be able to talk themselves into saying, well, if Daniel Jones can do that there, why wasn't he able to do it here? It must be a coaching problem. And that could be true.
Well, you got both of their guys that they were once underneath, were wearing the Giants uniform, are now both thriving in their current locations. Obviously, in Indy, you got Jones and Saquon, obviously thriving with a Super Bowl ring, might I add, with Philly. So the Giants are definitely in reorg mode as far as that goes.
Yeah, which feels weird. The Giants are under Dable. They were 20-40-1 under Brian Dable, and I think that now the Giants might not have been a 8-2. You can't flip the record if Neighbors stays healthy, but I think we might be underestimating, or the people, that powers that be, might be underestimating how notable Neighbors was on the perimeter for a rookie quarterback in Jackson Dart. And then on top of that, Cam Scatterbo getting injured. They went into the season with Tyrone Tracy as their number one running back. Then they kind of are forced to make the move to Cam Scatterbo. He's hurt. And now it's Devin Singletary, the former Buffalo Bill running back, who is one of the star running backs for the New York Giants. And you look around and you just go, okay, who are some guys that are going to make plays? Now, going forward, this job could potentially be attractive for other coaches, because when you look at what they have, everything that I just mentioned, a young quarterback that they have locked down for the next 3 years after this season, a young running back who's going to be coming off of an injury for the next 3 seasons on that 4-year rookie deal. Then Malik Neighbors, who's got their franchise player. Wan'Dale Robinson is a really serviceable wide receiver too. Then on the defensive side, you just drafted Abdul Carter. You also have Kayvon Thibodeau, who's an edge guy from the last couple of years, a high draft pick from Oregon. There's a lot of pieces to be excited about if you're a head coach, to say, yeah, you know what? There's number one, there's club control, as they call it in Major League Baseball. There's club control. There's organization control in terms of contracts. The other side of it is management. Is the front office willing to really do what's necessary in free agency? We've seen it with the Chicago Bears, where it's actually been somewhat beneficial now. They go out, they surround Caleb Williams or any number one overall draft pick with a lot of talent. At one time, it's DJ Moore on one side. It's DeAndre Swift in the backfield. It's Rome Odunze. You are surrounding your stars with talent. We saw that to an extent in New York, but those meaningful pieces just couldn't stay healthy.
You know what's crazy? Some of the names that were it's just something the Athletic threw out there. It says why it makes sense for Tomlin to take over the Giants, Mike Tomlin. And I was thinking about that this morning, Nick. In my lifetime, the Steelers have only had 3 coaches. In my lifetime, Chuck Noll, Cowher, and Tomlin.
Yeah,
that was it. You know, you're talking about those days, though. You bring it back to Nebraska with those days where, it was just Devaney, Coach Osborne, and then Frank. Those days are gone, both in the collegiate levels as well as the NFL. I mean, as far as that goes. So it just shows you. You think about it. Your Detroit Lions. How many coaches have they had since? Well, you just kind of picked them up 3 years ago.
But even through Patricia, and I mean, there's been a lot. Here's the other thing that I will say with the New York Giants. I think it was a tough time for Brian Dable, because when you look at the Giants and their makeup this year, their owner Jim Mara probably wants results, understandably so. But I think if you're Brian Dable, you look at it as, okay, I have to operate as if I'm going to be here for the next couple of seasons. I need to develop my rookie quarterback.
Right.
And through that, there might be some lumps. There might be some speed bumps as well. And so I think it's like this tough balance, or trying to balance winning games and then also developing a young quarterback in the NFL level. And you throw on top of it the injuries. I think the final straw, though, for New York was this weekend in Chicago. They led by 10 with 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
That was a tough one.
You're almost finding new and inventive ways to lose. That's when I would imagine the ownership looked at it and said, okay, yeah, you know what? Maybe we feel like this can be fixed with just a simple change at the head coaching position.
Heck, Bears fans right now are still shocked. They pulled that when I was talking to Jeff Essink yesterday at the gym, and he just like, dude, we found a way.
Yeah.
Normally Chicago would have lost a game like that.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have had that, but they come back and to snatch it away from New York like that. Like you said, I'm sure the guys up in the suites for New York, the brass for the Giants were like, yeah, we got to make a change.
It is strange. I mean, you look at the way that the Giants, they surrounded that quarterback room with 2 veterans alongside Jackson Dart. I mean, there's Jameis Winston, it's Russell Wilson, and then obviously Jackson Dart there. And while they have, now obviously Dart is hurt, but it's like they had 3 quarterbacks, but you didn't have one. Like Dart was their guy, but in terms of when you needed somebody to go win a game, it was the development piece of Jackson Dart with the inability to close out and win a game of the New York Giants as a whole. It felt like a hard mix to balance for Brian Dable.
It never made sense even when they signed all 3 of them. When they drafted Dart, it's like, okay, but then you bring in Russell Wilson, then you bring in
Jameis Winston.
It's like, okay, it's like that old saying, if you have two quarterbacks, you don't have one. Like as they say, and it's the truth. And so it's going to be interesting to see what the Giants moving forward go through, just far as leadership, etc. Quick rundown of the major scores. The Colts take care of the Falcons 31-25. The Patriots are balling out. They beat Tampa Bay 28-23. Baltimore is on one. Good Lord, my Steelers got to face them soon. They win 27-19 over the Vikes. Miami, the shocker of the year, I would say thus far, taking care of Buffalo down there in Florida 30-13. I tell you what, man, Buffalo looked absolutely atrocious in that game.
Miami fired their GM Chris Greer, and things all seem to be okay. But it's almost also one thing to watch is a lot of these organizations, we talked about it yesterday, have this revitalized energy when they make a change or when there's some leadership change. It starts high and then it just plateaus and it stays low that entire time. So we'll see
what happens.
These next couple of weeks
Florida.
these next couple of weeks I'm sure will be the true tell of the Miami Dolphins.
Well, the Chargers played on Sunday night. Not sure what the Steelers were trying to do, and they lose 25-10, a game I should have just went to bed at halftime at. But the Chargers take care of biz. Steelers drop one again after the big win against the Colts 2 weeks ago. They lay an egg out in L.A. Folks, when we come back, we got some history, top of the hour. We got Coach Rule's press from yesterday. It's The Drive.
All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320.
Nebraska fans, Wednesday, November 12th is your chance to meet Nebraska star running back Emmett Johnson in this free exclusive event presented by Baker Bands. It all takes place at the Courtyard by Marriott in downtown Lincoln at 7:30 p.m.
Johnson still on his feet for the touchdown. Too much, EJ.
Stop by, grab an autograph, and snap a picture with one of the best running backs in college football this season. The event is completely free to attend, but you can RSVP on the Baker Band's Instagram page today. It's your chance to meet Nebraska running back Emmett Johnson, Wednesday, November 12th at 7:30 p.m. at the Courtyard by Marriott in downtown Lincoln.
Sometimes good people make mistakes. When you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court and protect your freedom to get you the best possible outcome and the justice you deserve. Trust your freedom to Liberty Law Group, the best criminal attorneys in Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, the #1 fastest growing GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln area. We are going to keep this train rolling in a big way with new half-ton and 4x4 pickup trucks starting at $12,500 off list price or 0% financing. You heard that right, $12,500 off list price or 0% financing. You pick which one works better for you. Please stop on in the dealership and meet the team or check us out at koppelcars.com. Stock number C280930. All deals with approved credit.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships, one with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Comfort food, but make it vegan. At Rutabagas, they're serving all your crave-worthy classics. Mac and cheese, loaded nachos, Philly cheesesteaks, all 100% plant-powered and 100% delicious. Catch them at their cozy spot at 70th and Vine, or find their food truck rolling through the streets of Lincoln. So whether you're vegan, veg curious, or just hungry for comfort food with a twist, Rutabagas has a plate waiting for you. Find them on Instagram for their food truck location and specials. Rutabagas, where comfort meets compassion. Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today. If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Acreage owner getting ready for winter? Make it easy with John Deere compact tractors and gators from Acres Equipment. Add snow blowers, front blades, cabs, heaters, and loaders to tackle every chore. Right now, in-stock units are priced to move with competitive financing to fit your budget. Get winter ready today at acres.com. Acres Equipment, your acreage handled. Financing subject to approved credit with John Deere Financial. Not all customers qualify. See dealer for details.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
When the clock strikes zero after every Nebraska football game, there's only one place to go for instant coverage. Tune in for the Husker After Party Postgame Show on 93.7 The Ticket for each game, win or lose. Call in with all your takes or text the show at 464-5685 and hear quotes from the players and coaches, too. It's the Husker After Party Postgame Show, sponsored by Anderson Ford and Vinny Krikak of State Farm Insurance. Now back to the drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Singer, sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, folks, we are back on this tremendous Tuesday, off week for the Husker football team. We're going to talk about Matt Rhule's pressure at the top of the hour. Said some interesting things about as far as their time off this time of year, Nick. I just know, man, remember back in the day, man, this time of the year, your legs, your body, you were just tapped.
Yeah.
You know, me in particular, I was getting beat up every day. About November, I was like, you know what, man, I need some new tread on the tires.
Is this worth it?
Oh, yeah, you're getting beat up. And it's, you know, you leave your house or your dorm or your apartment, it's dark. You get back home, it's dark.
Yeah.
You got study hall afterwards, or you're eating. It's long, dude. Those are some long days, not just for the football team, just for the athletes in general, man. But those are some long days. So a much needed bye week from the Nebraska football team as far as that goes. In history, in 1987, Roger Clemens, then a Boston Red Sox starter,
wins back-to-back AL Cy Young Awards. Philadelphia Phillies starter Steve Bedrosian. I got it right, Nick. Bedrosian.
Good.
Got it right. Steve Bedrosian takes the NL Award, the National League Award. But Roger Clemens was a bad boy for a lot of years in the MLB. 1987. I was just a young pup when he was throwing them strikes across there, man.
Well, and then he would win it again in 1997 on this day. Roger Clemens did with Pedro Martinez.
Now I'm rubbing off on you.
Yeah,
man.
Pedro Martinez of the Montreal Expos took the award in the NL here in 1997. AD, if I asked you who were the MLB Rookie of the Years this year?
Guy.
I know. Do you have any even guesses?
Who were the MLB rookies of? Tell me. Let me see. As I'm typing it in.
Yep, that's fine. So National League is
no
tough.
idea, dude.
In the American League, first baseman Nick Kurtz of the what's about to be the Las Vegas Athletics, but the Oakland Athletics. Oakland Athletics in the NL actually had two guys finish 1 and 2.
Yeah,
one
I would have
and
never
2.
known that.
Two Athletics players. They'll be traded off by the end of their.
When
time.
do they move? When do they make the official move to Vegas?
Supposed to be 27. Who knows if they will actually make it?
Nick, where they used to play at, where the Oakland A's played at, dude.
Yeah.
They're in Oakland, and
Excuse
obviously
me, 2028.
The Raiders were there as well, bro. You talking about hood? I mean,
Yeah.
I went there a couple times, and dude, I tell you what, if there ain't no game, you don't want to be hanging out where that stadium is at.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fine. If you've been there, let me know. You can verify that as well. Nick, it is not a place you want to just be hanging out if there's not an Oakland A's game, which it was called at the time, or a Raiders game, because, man, that place, it's a rough neighborhood where that stadium was at, man.
Yeah.
Rough.
Well, and you'll remember, so from the start of last season to the end of 2027 season, so 2025, 26, and 27, for 3 years, the A's will be playing their games at Sutter Health Park. It's the temporary home of the obviously the Oakland Athletics. But then on top of it, it's the usual home of the Sacramento River Cats, the AAA affiliate of the San Francisco Giants.
It's a river cat.
What's a river cat?
Yeah.
You don't know what a river cat is?
No.
Well, let's look it up.
I thought you knew.
No. A river cat. Oh, so okay, hold on. What is a river cat?
A river cat.
All right, so river cat refers to the fishing cat, a wild feline that hunts fish and lives near wetlands and rivers in South and Southeast Asia. Also known as a river catfish, a type of freshwater fish found in rivers and lakes.
I thought it was just a name they just made up for the team.
It can also refer to the Sacramento River Cats in minor league baseball team.
The River Cats. Hazelbear, you're exactly right. I'm with you. Hazelbear goes, man, I can't imagine.
Oh, no.
What's that?
They're endangered.
Out of nowhere.
The River Cats are endangered. It says Sacramento's. So River Cats aren't just Sacramento's minor league mascot. The friendly feline. Well, I don't know, friendly. The feline.
They'll rip your face off.
Yeah, the feline can be found hanging out along the rivers that divides the two cities in California. But the cats are now in trouble and now officially endangered.
Nick, do you think there'll be a commercial come out? In the arms
I hope not.
of an angel.
Does anybody no, we're not going to get on this talk.
Cat.
Yeah, we're not going to dive into this. Yeah.
No, not the River Cats.
Exactly.
Do it in Gus form.
No,
not the
please-
River Cats.
Please stop that.
No, Nick, not the River Cats.
That was horrible.
Hazelbear,
That was a good impression, though.
Hazelbear, I think you're spot on, man, because I can't imagine how bad those Penn State players went this season. And you think about Penn State, you think about Oklahoma State is another. When's the last time Oklahoma State won, Nick?
You know, AD, you put me on the spot.
No, because you're so quick with those fingers on the keyboard, man.
Well,
you're a bad
hold on.
boy over there.
Hold on. Well, okay, so Oklahoma State, 16th in the Big 12 conference standings right now.
God.
Last time they won was on August 28th, first game of the season when they beat.
Oh my goodness!
When they
It had
beat
been that long?
Yeah, when they had beat UT Martin. They're 1-8 overall, 0-6 in the Big Ten Conference.
So Hazelbear, think about, okay, Penn State at least got some dubs in there. Can you imagine, Hizzy, if you're Okie State and Stillwater and you have not won a game since August? I mean, beat down after beat down.
Well,
after
and it came against UT Martin.
Yeah.
Speaking of AD, we got to get to break.
See, now you're kind of Douging right now. You're kind of Doug right now.
No.
Because you're all over the place.
Because we were talking
River
about
Cats.
No. I was the one that brought up Oklahoma State, mister.
But at least it was in correlation to a topic.
Hey, you know what? The reason I asked you the Rookie of the Year is because you put me on the spot of what was the last time Oklahoma State? I don't know. I don't do a deep dive on Oklahoma State, so I had to ask you who won the Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, that's true. I could know. I would know.
It's a give and take.
It really is. Before we go to break, Dirty Tony, the boy, says, I've traveled with my dad for his work job in San Francisco in 2007. Saw both the Giants, Barry Bonds, and Oakland play. Saw 3 Bay Area raid transportation BART fights. Yes, they fight in the BART.
Nice.
Oakland was wild. Hey, Dirty Tony, the boys, it is. You got to keep your head on a swivel in certain parts of Oakland too, man. It is no joke. In the BART, you see everything. Imagine a crazy bus stop.
Yeah.
Put it on steroids in a major city. Oakland is buck wild.
There it is.
Buck wild. Folks, we'll come back. We got Matt Rule, the top of the hour, the presser from yesterday. It's The Drive.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
All right, Lincoln, if you're a diesel technician who's ready to earn up to $40 an hour and you're tired of working nights and weekends, listen up. Inland Truck Parts and Service is hiring experienced diesel technicians right here in Lincoln, and they're offering what every hardworking tech wants. Monday through Friday hours, no nights, no weekends, and paid training on advanced diesel technology. With 37 locations across 12 states, career advancement opportunities are endless. Start building towards your future and apply today at inlandtruck.com. That's inlandtruck.com. Or text APPLY to 785-369-1320.
This is your year to win way more than bragging rights. At Warhorse Casino, your love of the game could earn you serious cash. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with cash prizes all season long, like up to $1,000 weekly, with your chance at $1 million, all while earning tier points and comp points every time you place a sports bet. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Sometimes good people make mistakes. When you find yourself in need of an attorney, call Liberty Law Group. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group will defend you in court and protect your freedom to get you the best possible outcome and the justice you deserve. Trust your freedom to Liberty Law Group, the best criminal attorneys in Nebraska and Iowa. Call them today at 877-404-5238. That's 877-404-5238. Or check them out online at libertylawgroup.com.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs, from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
I can't believe I just scratched that car. Find my insurance card.
Dude, what do you have in this glove box? Ew, are these socks dirty?
Oh, forget about the socks. I need my insurance card.
Just pull it up on the State Farm mobile app.
But I can do that? Oh, hey, I can do that.
Yep, it's called service.
I can file a claim on here too?
Yeah, it's called service.
Whoa, I can call my agent too?
It's called service.
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krikak, today at 402-474-1173.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see decreasing clouds throughout the day with a light breeze. It'll be mild with a high near 67. Tonight, mainly clear skies and calm winds, the low around 36. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies and light winds, the high around 62. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher from 93.7 Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert. Former football national champion, speaker, and author Aaron Davis.
Pain is a teacher if you use it. And the lessons in the carnage of pain sometimes are elusive. They hide, they're stealth. The work is finding the lessons through the pain. There's always a message in the mess. Depends on if we want to get dirty and look for it.
Nick Sainert.
Driving left side is Boyer, picks up his dribble, looking for some help, decides to go up strong with it, and the layup will rattle home. Jack Riley picks the pocket of B.J. Bradford up the floor to Jack Ostrider. Watch out! Bafisi in the lane, kicks it out. 3-ball, Townsley, right wing, it's good!
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, folks, we are back, top of the hour, 10:04 on your tremendous Tuesday. The sun is out. Come down to 1040 O Street, the mill, the mothership. Get yourself a cup of coffee, hot, cold, breakfast biscuit, breakfast, I think they have the breakfast burritos as well, the biscuits, other pastries, blueberry muffins, croissants, you name it, they got it.
They're so good. They got the Pop-Tarts that are really good as well. The homemade Pop-Tarts are really, really good. AD, so we'll have plenty of time to talk about Nebraska football, but I want to talk about what everybody wants to hear. UConn football. Have you seen anything that's gone on? We'll spend 5 minutes on this. Have you seen anything that's gone on with UConn football recently?
I have not. You were talking about
So Jim Mora Jr., the former UCLA head coach, is the head coach at UConn.
Yep.
In his time at UConn, he's 25-23, which is pretty good. But before he got there, let me see if I can pull up their statistics here.
The strain was there. The strain, the game of the strain.
You're thinking about Bob Diaco. You're thinking about Bob Diaco.
Remember the strain.
Bob Diaco used to be the head coach in Connecticut. Good pull. But no, so when you have it, the UConn Huskies, let me see if I can just pull up their schedules. So the school history, that's what I'm looking for. There we go. Before he got there, they were having records of 1-11, 2-10, 1-11, 3-9, 3-9, 2-10, 3-9. They get there with Jim Mora, 6-7, 9-4, 9-4, 7-3. Jim Mora Jr. That's not what I want to talk about, though. They're coming off of a win, a 3-point victory against Duke over the weekend, 37-34. AD, have you heard the name Joe Fignano? And if the answer is no, it's okay.
No.
That is the UConn Huskies quarterback. Let me read you these statistics for the 6'4", 225-pound senior. On the season, he is completing 73% of his passes for 2,840 passing yards, 25 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions for Joe Fignano here in 2025. Not a single INT for the UConn Husky quarterback. Just this last week against Duke, he threw it 27 of 39 for 311 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks for Joe Fignano. That's who we need to be talking about for the Heisman Trophy. You're out on him. You think it's stupid. AD, any Division I program would kill for a quarterback to throw it for 2,800 yards through 10 games.
He's slinging that thing. Who are they playing?
Well, they played UAB. They played Rice. They played Boston College. They played FIU. This is a UConn team,
Not
man.
a single team that really jumps out at you on that.
Oh, don't discredit the opponent.
I'm just saying, there's not.
Man.
The only one, and they're struggling this year, is Boston College because their coach.
Well, they won 38-23. UConn beat Boston College by 15 points.
But what I'm saying
on
is,
the road at Boston College.
But Boston College is not a very good team. But I think they won like 2 games.
They aren't good.
Their coach was just
Bill
on the
O'Brien.
presser going crazy at a reporter, for rightfully so. He was just going after a reporter. He goes, "We're going to go out there. And we're going to play." So there's, who are these? Look, I'm not saying. First of all, it is impressive.
You're taking away from the success. The Boston College squad is rough. We talked about Oklahoma State real quick.
Yeah.
Boston College hasn't won since the first game of the season either.
Oh man.
Now Oklahoma State beat UT Martin. Boston College beat Fordham.
Then they lost in this order: Michigan State, Stanford, Cal, Pitt, Clemson, UConn, Louisville, Notre Dame, SMU. Boston College might go 1-11.
Yeah.
They face Georgia Tech this weekend. Then they play Syracuse to end the season.
Ryan P says, I don't think anyone said anything about UConn football.
Everybody wants to talk about UConn football.
Those are impressive numbers, those Swim. But, I mean, he's playing against basically Division III talent, man.
No, not Division III.
Nick, in FIU.
It's not a Division III.
Fordham.
They're independent. Well, that's Boston College.
The only team
UConn did not play Fordham.
The only team that's legit so far that you've mentioned, I'm only saying the name
Duke.
only. They beat Duke?
They beat Duke just last week.
Okay,
Thank you.
That's reputable.
Thank you.
Because Duke's got a great coach. I can't think of his name, but they got a good
Manny
coach.
Diaz.
Manny Diaz has been on the list for a lot of teams too. So
UConn has
who else did they beat? Duke is the only one.
I will get to that. UConn has a receiver that has 85 catches for 1,000 yards and 13 touchdowns.
What is it with you with these Ivy League schools that you like?
They're
their coaches?
independent. They're not even in Ivy League. They're independent.
UConn, you like Freeman. He's another independent. It must be a Pies 10 thing. You just kind of bougie schools a little bit.
It has nothing to do with
kind
it.
of the great coupons of colleges.
I just respect good head coaching jobs. And UConn, who was an independent school years ago, they were in the Big East for a while. Their bright, shining moment was playing in the 2009 Fiesta Bowl against Oklahoma. Ever since they've been a dormant program. And I'm just telling you that thousands of miles away from Connecticut to Lincoln, Nebraska, we don't talk about UConn football, and that's okay. I'm not trying to get on a soapbox that we need to talk about UConn football on the daily. But you mentioned it. To your point,
paper numbers, man.
They haven't beaten a lot of really good teams.
No, they have not.
You're right about that.
Nick, you could go out there and throw for 2,000 yards.
I could not. What's the big point? What's the big thing that we always say? Beat the teams that you're supposed to beat in the fashion you're supposed to beat them in.
Well, that's true.
How about
doesn't
this?
mean you're going to get props.
They beat Central Connecticut 59-13.
Oh boy.
They beat Boston College 38-23. That's still a Power 4 win on the road at Boston College. FIU, you were talking junk on them. Pitbull's their biggest donor. FIU 51-10.
All these teams they beat suck. All of them. Except Duke.
I don't know. FIU's 4-5 in the conference. USA.
They're terrible.
I'm gonna send this. This is
They're
bad.
terrible.
They play Air Force this weekend. UConn does.
Air Force is not any good either.
Oh, tell that to Jay Gates.
Just because it's some play for doesn't mean they don't still suck.
I'm gonna clip that and send that to Jay.
What is Air Force's record?
3-6.
Exactly. My point proven.
Ball State is 4-5.
Man, Ball State is trash.
Tell me one thing about Ball State.
They're trash.
All right. Okay. Well, so we're gonna learn a lot about. Well, we can't because they're not good enough. I was gonna say we're gonna learn a lot about UConn against Air Force and FAU on the road to end the season.
Maybe FAU. Well, FAU, I don't think they
FAU's 4-5.
FAU's
so other
not
4
very
and 5
good.
schools.
But
teams,
FAU's played some tougher teams, so I'm sure being in the conference they're in.
Have they?
Air Force.
Hold on. You think FAU's played tougher teams? The FAU.
I don't know. I'm just
FAU
assuming.
lost 39-7 to Maryland. They beat Florida A&M.
JCJ.
Hold on. FAU lost to FIU.
So they're both terrible.
So yes, FIU's fine. Man, I cannot.
I'm just saying. You said he should be talking about Heisman. I'm thinking, no way.
Okay,
I mean,
not really, but 25 touchdowns, no picks.
Now, Nick, I will say this.
That is crazy.
He will probably go through the league and be one heck of a quarterback.
I mean, seriously, this is a dude. 25 touchdowns, no picks.
Hey, he can sling that thing, man.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about this is not even like receivers, but since they're so bad, receivers bobbling it and it just falling into the lap of.
Now the dude can sling the ball. I'll give you that. He can, because regardless who you're playing against, that's still.
How can we watch it?
Those are impressive stats.
AD, I think Saturday. It's a bye week. Saturday, 11 a.m. What are you? Oh, you're flying, aren't you? You're out of town.
Yeah, I think I take off at 1. But I'll be watching a lot of football. But you
won't be watching this game, sadly.
Here's the thing about
it's
UConn.
At 11 a.m.
Here's one thing I like about UConn is they're feisty, and they've always been a team that just they're a feisty squad.
No, they haven't. They haven't always been a team. No, they've sucked historically.
What I'm simply saying, the past couple years they've been a feisty team.
Yes,
past couple years they've been feisty.
They won the Fenway Bowl last year.
Yeah, they've been feisty.
People forget.
Listen, Mora's got a long track record. I'm not saying he was always successful, but he's done well.
Here's
pretty
this
much where
for
he's
you.
went.
They won the Fenway Bowl last year against North Carolina, 27-14.
That's not saying a whole lot. North Carolina's not
Oh
very
my
good.
gosh.
North Carolina.
Do they have to beat Georgia?
No, that would help.
That would help. Yeah. Okay.
And Bama back to back. No.
Yeah.
UConn. I joke you a little bit, but UConn is a good team, man. Those what he's got available.
These are
to
fun.
him, because UConn. You think of UConn, you're thinking, oh, basketball. No, they got a dang good football team as well.
Jim Mora.
Yeah, I like
27 years of coaching.
I've always liked Jim Mora, man, because I
not
like his
27.
number one because I like his dad so much.
Yeah.
Man. But Jim Mora can coach.
Well,
he can coach.
Jim Mora, you remember what he did at UCLA. I mean, so Jim Mora got there in 2012. And this is notable because we were talking about it last year, 2012.
Unknown texter 4746. Hey, don't be lumping Pius into this. I graduated from Pius, and I'm not supporting these tired old teams he's calling out.
That's it. I'm getting UConn
That's
swag.
I'm getting
UConn swag. That's it.
I do like the discussion, though, because I
That's
do like
crazy.
Jim Moore, man, because
Yeah,
Nick,
no, you don't.
No,
Obviously.
I do.
You don't
In all
respect
due
him. He hasn't beaten
seriousness.
good enough opponents.
No, he hasn't. But nevertheless, to do what he's done and to go into a school to where you're historically a basketball school, I always tip my
That's
hat
not
to
a part of
Cats.
the country that like nobody wants to go to for football.
Yeah, for football,
UConn?
unless you're like a I can't really think of one. Really this out there. North Carolina maybe back in the day, but that's still in the South. UConn's up there in the Northeast, man. It's cold up there. Boston College has been off the past couple of years because they used to be I'm going to say a powerhouse. They were a legitimate team for a number of years, but obviously struggling this year with Jim O'Brien.
Here's the question. So the most notable play. Okay, I did not expect this conversation to go this long.
Let's end it like in 2.5 seconds.
Okay. The most notable NFL player that played at UConn potentially is Randall Cobb.
Wow.
That might be they've had 22 guys get opportunities in the league. It might be Randall Cobb, the wide receiver. Real talk.
It might be. And Ron on the text line, I agree with you. Jim Moore is a good coach. I think he's a heck of a coach.
So I am looking up where they're going to play a bowl game. So they could play in the Myrtle Beach Bowl against Troy. Is that a respectable team?
Well, they did beat Nebraska.
Well, they beat Andrew Bunch. Hold on, let's see if the Troy Trojans schedule is good enough. Troy's only 6-3, so that might not be a notable enough of opponent.
That'll work.
Okay,
that'll work. At least a winning record team. You know what I'm saying?
There's been a couple. Duke
was that's a quality win.
They lost to Rice. They lost to Rice
Okay.
in double overtime. They lost to Rice, but Fignano had 344 passing yards. Fignano's went for over 300 passing yards in 5 of their 10 games.
Those are impressive numbers, dude. I mean, all due seriousness.
Just
I don't
sling it
care what
around.
division you are. You're slinging a pill at a very high clip with no INTs. That's pretty dang good.
Yeah.
What's Rule got to say, my man?
All right, let's. Should we turn into Nebraska?
That'd be nice.
Let's talk Nebraska. Let's just do this first. Talking about Emmett Johnson. Well, that's a long one. The Emmett Johnson durability, because that's something. This is a guy that has over 80 carries.
We mentioned a lot of accolades.
Yeah.
Kind of give him the insight of it.
Yeah, I mean, this is just, the usual coach trying to spruce up and juice up, the national recognition for Emmett Johnson. He's starting to get it, right? He's not on any of the boards from like FanDuel or any DraftKings things to like win the Heisman Trophy, right? Like, should he be in consideration for some of these awards? Yeah, he probably should be. But nationally, he's just now starting to get that recognition. He needs to keep it up. He needs to keep on doing it the next couple of weeks as well. But this is the conversation I'm more interested in. Matt Rule talking about the durability of Emmett Johnson. This is the guy that has had over 80 carries in the last 3 weeks combined. Here's what Matt Rule had to say about Emmett Johnson in a running back room that outside of Emmett hasn't produced and hasn't been made available a whole lot because guys like Quentin Ives have been dealing with some injuries as well. So here's Matt Rule on Nebraska's star running back.
I think he doesn't take a lot of big hits. Like, he's never like, and let me say this, like, you hear me freely talking about like, hey, Emmett might go to the NFL. I think Mosey and Mackay, like, if they went, like, we wish we could get them more touches. We wish they were playing more, and they're having to wait their turn. There's two of the guys, they're probably a little frustrated by it, I'm sure, but they're such great team guys. but we're not getting a ton of like 3-and-outs, where, we get a 3-and-out early and then it's a long drive. So we're not getting a ton of possessions. I think we had, we have 3 possessions in the first half, and we scored on all 3. I sure love to get 5. I'd love to get a couple turnovers, and that's how you blow people out, right? That's how you're watching Indiana play people, and it's like, did it, and then they get a turnover and they have a short field, and then all of a sudden it's 35-0. So that's the next step for us. But back to Emmett, I think the way we run the football, it's kind of we're running like downhill, running duo, running inside zone, a little outside zone sometimes for the RPOs, but a little pin and pull. But it's not, he's not taking huge hits. He's kind of fighting for yards, and his superpower is that he makes people miss. So he doesn't take a lot of direct shots, and so there's never a time where he's been limited in practice. I think there was one Sunday we went to special teams, and I said, "Hey, just go catch balls with the quarterbacks because you don't even play on special teams." But he's not even limited in practice, so I think a lot of that's probably his running style plus the runs that we're running.
Yeah, I think. When we look at Emmett Johnson, AD, I said it yesterday with you talking about just how Nebraska's been craving for a running back that can shoulder the load. Mm-hmm. But in all seriousness, best ability is your availability, and Emmett Johnson has been that. And going into a year where I think that I will put my comment on the line. I didn't know what to expect from him. I didn't know what we'd see from Emmett Johnson in a full starter role.
I think the thing with Emmett that has been refreshing is his durability, the yards after contact. And I think he came back almost with a kind of a chip on his shoulder once he knew it wasn't going to be the Weebacks, because remember, sometimes it's easy to remember that he shared a lot of touches last year.
Yeah.
And I'm impressed, man. I can't say enough about Emmett and the way that he is toted the rock this year. Only the one fumble against it was at Akron. He had that one around the goal line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That just the one fumble he's had, which is, as you know, Nick, for the past number of years, had been an issue for Nebraska running backs. Great backs, but they couldn't hold on to the ball, which it negates everything else that you do.
Yeah.
Emmett has been the contrast to that. He's held on to the ball. He's run hard. His pass blocking is he's improved on that quite a bit as well when called upon. I can't say enough about him, man. However, I will say this. I think what will hurt him most likely in a lot of the Heisman talk, I think that's somewhat premature, because against the Michigans, against the USCs, he had a great game against USC, don't get me wrong, but I think some of those early games may have hurt a little bit, particularly against Michigan. Not saying it's out of the question, but I think he's second lead in the nation right now as far as rushing yards from scrimmage. I know he's right up there because Matt Rule had a bunch of accolades he mentioned to where he's
he's second.
He's second in the nation right now by just not by much though.
Yeah,
not by much.
He's second in the nation behind Cam Cook of Jacksonville State. Cam Cook has 50 more rushing yards than Emmett Johnson does on the same number of carries.
Absolutely. So I know he wasn't trailing much. I know he's up there in receiving. Think about this. The last back that we had that went 100. Who was that last week? Was it because he mentioned it this morning.
Yes, I can't remember.
It's been a long time. It
was since 1997.
It's been a long time. Back-to-back 100 yards in receiving and rushing. Yeah. So it's been a while since that's taken place. I can't say enough about Emmett. My thing is this: just keep it going, man. Keep it rolling.
Yeah, just to put this into context here. Last year, I'm looking at Nebraska's rushing just numbers, not even the statistics, the carries, the workload.
Mm-hmm.
Dante Dowdell led the Nebraska offense in carries last year. And remember, so when we're talking about last year, it's through 12 or 13 games. This year, it's only through 10. Last year, Dante Dowdell led the way for Nebraska with 143 carries. Emmett Johnson had 117, and Ramir Johnson had 54 carries. This year, and maybe this is a little bit of a shift for Nebraska offensively here, and we're seeing it kind of unfold right before our very eyes. Emmett Johnson has 203 carries on the year. We're talking about, what is that, 82, 85, 84 more carries already just this season through 2 fewer games for Emmett Johnson. The next most carries by a running back, Isaiah Mosey with 17.
Wow.
Think about the last time that we didn't have somebody that was like right up there getting the rock a very similar amount of times as the starter, as the quote unquote starter, right? So you have, I mean, this year it's Mosey with 17 carries. Quentin Ives has 16 carries. Mekhi Nelson has 11. It's shocking once again just to see the disparity in just 2 seasons. In 2024 to this season, you established a running back. You've stuck with him because he's been productive. 203 carries, 1,131 rushing yards, and 11 rushing touchdowns for Emmett Johnson this year.
He is going to be, and we say this all the time, but it's the truth. He's going to be crucial in 2 weeks in Happy Valley. They're, like I said, they're going to face a very different defense. We both know. And it's not just discrediting Nebraska's victory because you get the win.
Yeah.
But they're going to face a much better defensive line, just an overall defense as far as that goes in Happy Valley.
And then how about this? So in 2023, this is just a shift from, in just Nebraska, I would say. And this kind of goes to my point of Emmett Johnson being able to shoulder the load. In 2023, Heinrich Harburg led the way with rushing attempts. 120 rushing attempts for him for 477 yards. Now, a lot of that is quarterbacks and stuff like that. Anthony Grant was your leading running back carry holder with 104 carries on the year. Emmett Johnson with 90. Gabe Irvin, 38. Jeff Sims, 42. Chubba Purdy even ran it 29 times. Josh Fleeks ran it 17 times. Ramir Johnson ran it 12. There was so many bodies that they didn't know where to go to. Now in a year in 2025, they know exactly where they want to go. And they continuously do it. And so, once again, just the ability to shoulder the load. Here's what's crazy. To put that into perspective, Nebraska has ran it. People want to talk about the whole run first, pass first type of thing. Now, Nebraska's been ahead in a lot of their games. Nebraska has ran it 346 plays this year. They've thrown it 289 plays.
Well, you look at, I was looking this up with Penn State where they rank at, and they're better than UCLA, but they're still giving up a lot. For instance, they're giving up 325 yards a game in total defense, which is 10th on the Big Ten, according to SI. But also, here's the thing where Emmett comes in at. Rushing defense, they're listed as number 14. Within 8 games, they've given up 1,270 yards, 275 yards on the ground. So if Nebraska's if our O-line and can produce some holes, Penn State is they're susceptible, man, to some big runs.
Yeah.
So like I said, it's gonna. That's why I think this, and I think Nick, you mentioned this on Monday. This bye week came at a very good time because you think about all of those carries, 80 plus more yards. Emmett, although he's running fresh, those legs got some wear on them, man.
Yeah.
So it's good that he's got some time off for all those guys as far as that goes to get ready and go to a game to where if they establish that run game, Penn State has shown they will give up big runs.
Yeah, this is a guy. So in his last, you could even go back to Maryland back on October 11th. So since the bye week, here's what's interesting. Since the bye week, Nebraska has ran Emmett Johnson 13 times, 21 times, 14 times, 27, 29, 28. Has 36 catches on the year for 300 yards as well. It's really interesting to just see it kind of unfold. They've ran him over 20 times in a single game in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of their 10 games. 2 of those other 5 have been the Akron and Houston Christian game where he still got 140 yards and 78. And they didn't need him to wear him down and stuff. And so it's been a really, really good year. This is now 4 of the last 5 games he's gone over 100 yards rushing.
Unknown texture 2577. I agree with you. Love that we have a clear number 1. Emmett is the best Husker. I agree. It's good to have a clear number 1. I think it's good for the player's psyche knowing that I'm not getting yanked after 3 runs or 2 runs. He's got a chance to work up a lather and get into a groove, and he's definitely shown that.
Yeah, he's averaging 5.5 yards per carry right now this season on 203 carries. That's pretty good there.
Impressive.
It's really, really good there. I just think that Nebraska, I said it yesterday, that has been the biggest and most successful offseason event that has happened under the Matt Rule tenure is their ability to bring him and Dana Holgerson's ability to bring and convince Emmett Johnson to return back to Nebraska.
Absolutely. Folks, we'll discuss over Nebraska football when we get back. It's The Drive. 937 Ticket.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Make Hog Wild the centerpiece of your Thanksgiving feast. Pre-order a 12-pound whole smoked turkey or a 4-pound turkey breast for $55. A 4-pound boneless ham is $50. A complete meal includes your choice of a whole turkey or turkey breast, mashed potatoes and gravy, stuffing, green beans or corn, and a dozen rolls for $130. Pre-order online at GoHogWild.com soon. Quantities are limited. All weights are approximate before cooking. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Lincoln's go-to for fun isn't new. It's a place that's been a staple of the city for years and is only getting better. Matson's Bowling and Billiards always has open bowling available with no long lines, unlike other centers. They have live music almost every weekend and great food at EJ's Bar and Lounge, with seating for 150 people. They have popular meals like the EJ Burger, pizza for the whole family, and famous EJ's Wings. Contact Sarah to book a party for friends, coworkers, or family at Matson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
I can't believe I just scratched that card. Find my insurance card.
Dude, what do you have in this glove box? Ew, are these socks dirty?
Oh, forget about the socks. I need my insurance card.
Just pull it up on the State Farm mobile app.
But I can do that? Oh, hey, I can do that.
Yep, it's called service.
I can file a claim on here too?
Yeah, it's called service.
Whoa, I can call my agent too?
It's called service.
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krikak, today at 402-474-1173.
And now, introducing the starting lineup of your Nebraska Huskers. Starring Allo Fiber. At number 1, Allo Internet. At number 2, no satellite dish required. DirecTV through Allo. And at number 3, Allo Mobile. Allo Fiber, the official internet, TV, and mobile partner of Husker Nation. Level up your game and go to allofiber.com/Husker Radio.
This is your year to win way more than bragging rights. At Warhorse Casino, your love of the game could earn you serious cash. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with cash prizes all season long, like up to $1,000 weekly, with your chance at $1 million, all while earning tier points and comp points every time you place a sports bet. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Mike, I've been thinking our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes! Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
Nebraska fans, Wednesday, November 12th is your chance to meet Nebraska star running back Emmett Johnson in this free exclusive event presented by Baker Bands. It all takes place at the Courtyard by Marriott in downtown Lincoln at 7:30 p.m.
Johnson still on his feet for the touchdown. Too much, EJ.
Stop by, grab an autograph, and snap a picture with one of the best running backs in college football this season. The event is completely free to attend, but you can RSVP on the Baker Band's Instagram page today. It's your chance to meet Nebraska running back Emmett Johnson, Wednesday, November 12th at 7:30 p.m. at the Courtyard by Marriott in downtown Lincoln.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, the #1 fastest growing GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln area. We are going to keep this train rolling in a big way with new half-ton and 4x4 pickup trucks starting at $12,500 off list price or 0% financing. You heard that right, $12,500 off list price or 0% financing. You pick which one works better for you. Please stop on in the dealership and meet the team or check us out at CoppellCars.com. Stock number C280930. All deals with approved credit.
Water heater gone? Call Bryant. The price you're quoted is the price you'll pay. And in most cases, same-day replacement. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111.
When the clock strikes 0 after every Nebraska football game, there's only one place to go for instant coverage. Tune in for the Husker After Party Postgame Show on 93.7 The Ticket for each game, win or lose. Call in with all your takes or text the show at 464-5685 and hear quotes from the players and coaches, too. It's the Husker After Party Postgame Show, sponsored by Anderson Ford and Vinny Krikak of State Farm Insurance.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainert, sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Oh, man. Folks, I want to thank all of you who brought down cash, investments for the Center for People. I can't thank you enough for that. And who brought food products. And Derek in a car. Thank you so much, brother. Derek in a car, folks, he brought out a very special item to him. It was given to him by his father. It's a life-size cutout of Dale Earnhardt.
Hello.
Life-size cutout of Dale Earnhardt. We're going to post it on our socials here this afternoon. On eBay, it goes for $250. Nice. It's a cutout of Dale Earnhardt. And if you would like to make a bid on that, all of the proceeds go to the Center for People. So if you have a man cave and I know we have some car enthusiasts on here, Swims, and some race enthusiasts. So again, I mean, this is going towards a great cause for the Center for People. But it's a Dale Earnhardt cutout, and it is in like mint condition. And it's standing right here outside the studio under our sign here in the sit-in area. We're going to post that. Becca's going to post it on our main account. I will retweet that, repost it, and share it again. All the proceeds will go towards the Center for People and to get that pantry filled back up. I know some things politically, not to go into politics, but it is a political thing. As far as that goes, there's something will be getting signed here for those benefits, as well as the air traffic control and all those things. So again, that's just the reality of the situation, but the reality is also that pantry needs to be refilled, and we're all doing our best. And thank you all who for contributed and invested. And I say the word invest rather than donate. When I always hear the word donation, Swim, I always think about you giving away a kidney or something you never see. But the investment means you're going to invest in someone receiving a meal, a bite to eat,
and to be able to put food on the table. So again, if you'd like to make an investment and purchase this Dale Earnhardt cutout for your man cave, for a Christmas gift, or just for your own collections, we have it here on eBay. It goes for $250. If you would like to match that, that's fine. If you'd like to go over that, that'd be great too. But we definitely, Derek, I can't thank you enough from the kindness of our hearts and the kindness of your heart, man. I posted about him yesterday, one of the kindest humans on the planet. Love you and appreciate you, brother. So that is the Dale Earnhardt cutout.
AD, I know we were going to talk about Husker football, but there's been a little bit of breaking news in everybody's favorite sport, the NBA.
Dallas.
The Dallas Mavericks have fired their general manager, Nico Harrison, this morning. 9 months after the jarring Luka Doncic trade, a move for which Dumont, who is the owner, I believe, the majority owner of the Dallas Mavericks, took accountability and accepted as a mistake. So Dumont, once again, let me look up just so I know for sure. So Dumont is the owner of the Dallas Mavericks. So how about this? Monday night, I don't know if you saw this. Last night at the Dallas Mavericks game, a hot mic caught the owner of the Dallas Mavericks with an interaction of a fan saying, "It was my decision. I take full responsibility of the Luka Doncic trade 9 months ago." Essentially saying that they forced Nico Harrison, the GM, to do it. And now later this morning, Nico Harrison's the fall guy. Dumont's still the owner, obviously.
Oh, of course, absolutely.
And dude's out of his job because of what he had the GM do 9 months ago. It's crazy.
It is a cutthroat business, man, for sure. In both NBA, MLB, NFL, it's the way it is. It's unfortunate, but that's just the way business is done. And if they need an scapegoat, you could be that person. That is for sure. Figured the Mavericks, Nico loses his job. Brian loses his up in the Giants, and so it's part of the business as far as that goes. Yeah. Nick, real quick, I share it with you. I'll have to step out after this. Got an appointment at 11, but I want to get one more rule. What's that look for?
I didn't remember that.
See, you know
kidding.
What? See,
I'm kidding. I'm throwing you under the bus.
Okay.
No, here's Matt Rule. Here's Matt Rule. He wants people who want to be here.
It's way more surreptitious than that. It's way more. Just think about it. You call they call the whatever coach. I mean, it is what it is. It's my coach. My coaches get upset about it. I'm like, what do you think you guys do to me? And then I just signed a contract extension, right? Because maybe someone else showed. It's just what it is, right? All I'll say.
Okay, hold on. Was this Matt Rule's way of telling us that Penn State reached out to him?
Maybe someone else showed. It's just what it is, right? All right, because maybe someone else showed. It's just what it is, right?
Conspiracy. Anyway,
all I'll say is my point is that I always want our players to see, like, hey, if you stick around here, you're going to play your best football here. You're going to get developed here, unlike anything else, and we can take care of our guys. Now, people want to get taken care of sometimes before they produce. You know what I mean? And so that's the hard part. You have to pay a high school recruit to come in. You have to pay. You have to pay a certain amount and all those things. But Emmett's going to get. Emmett's going to get his due. He's going to be up for all these awards. He's going to be a national whatever, and he's going to have his decision to make. And we'll support him no matter what. But that's the message. Is what Troy's done here is he's put the place on overdrive, and that's why look at all the other sports. How are we this good in all these other sports? It's the nutrition, it's the facilities, it's the coaches, it's the investment in coaches. It's the University of Nebraska athletics is beyond elite. And it's, we have alignment here from the top down that not many places have. I talked to a lot of my coaching friends. They would kill for the situation we have between our board and our president and our chancellor and our AD and the assistant coaches here. I said it when I signed the contract extension. I think probably no. Trust me, you're going to see more coaches leave good jobs for other jobs because they're chasing what we have here, resources and alignment.
We can stop it there. He goes on for another 25 seconds or so talking about how good it is to be the coach in Nebraska. I just think, once again, the one of the more notable quotes, and we can get to it tomorrow, was that he said, we have everything that we could possibly want. And he really went on kind of on a soapbox of talking about how there's been this influx of resources. We know that's been a thing that he's been wanting. I hope that Nebraska understands that when you're that forward and upfront and public about how much you have to spend and how much you have to offer players, that when you spend it, expectations rise.
Yes, they do.
And you can sit here when things are going well at 7-3 and building off of last year and a bowl win last year and hopefully a bowl win this year, and maybe you can get to 9-10 wins this year. Understand, though, that then opens the door for the expectation to be greater next season. And that it doesn't, the schedule is the schedule. You have to play, everybody has to play who they have to play. Nobody can complain about schedules when you have a $35 million roster.
Yeah, it's the expectations you mentioned, Nick. It's no different when you go to a restaurant that charges premium prices. You're going to expect a premium experience.
100%.
And it can be no less, and it's the same situation in college athletics, regardless of what sport it is, but particularly this for Nebraska football or Alabama football or whoever you want to mention. When they have supplied you with the utensils, the tools, the ingredients, you have to cook.
Yep.
And if the meal comes out less than satisfactory or less, or a lot below expectations, there's some questions to answer. It's no different in a company, Nick, when those investors and the board sees that you're performing under expectations, there's going to be some calls. There are going to be some calls. There's going to be some meetings. So it's great that we have it.
Yeah.
But you got to produce there, and that's a coach that Rule talks about, and all your good coaches. What I'm going to say, they thrive on situations like that because they realize it's up to me to cook now. It's up to us to develop. It's up to us to win. It's up to us not to lose games that we should not lose. So, and to your point, I'm so glad you said that. It doesn't matter what the schedule is. All right, every team's got to play what they got on there. Nebraska's schedule is no joke next year. But you know what? If you want to be taken seriously and be relevant again, that's the type of schedules you want.
It is. And last thing I'll say before we go to break, AD, is that at the end of it all, yes, you have to produce in the fall, but you produce in the fall with high quality decisions being made in the winter and spring.
And careful where you spend that money.
Yeah.
You got to make sure that your GM, Nick, you did a hell of a job on that a couple months back, explaining all the duties that a GM has to do. They're earning their money because look at Nico. And like I said, with what the NBA just talked about.
Maliaba.
No.
Oh, Nico Harrison.
I'm talking about Harrison with the Mavericks.
Nice, yeah.
You can't miss a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of money at stake, and there's a lot of things at stake. Because like you mentioned, what you do in the spring, it's going to show in the fall.
Yeah.
It's going to show in November.
There you go.
Folks, Nick will be back with you. What'd you say?
I shall.
You shall. I appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate you.
I love you.
I love you too.
Nick will be back. It's The Drive.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Nebraska fans, Wednesday, November 12th is your chance to meet Nebraska star running back Emmett Johnson in this free exclusive event presented by Baker Bands. It all takes place at the Courtyard by Marriott in downtown Lincoln at 7:30 p.m.
Johnson still on his feet for the touchdown. Too much, EJ.
Stop by, grab an autograph, and snap a picture with one of the best running backs in college football this season. The event is completely free to attend, but you can RSVP on the Baker Bands Instagram page today. It's your chance to meet Nebraska running back Emmett Johnson, Wednesday, November 12th at 7:30 p.m. at the Courtyard by Marriott in downtown Lincoln.
This is your year to win way more than bragging rights. At Warhorse Casino, your love of the game could earn you serious cash. The Pro Football Frenzy is free to play with cash prizes all season long, like up to $1,000 weekly, with your chance at $1 million, all while earning tier points and comp points every time you place a sports bet. Only at Warhorse Casino. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see decreasing clouds throughout the day with a light breeze. It'll be mild with a high near 67. Tonight, mainly clear skies and calm winds, below around 36. And tomorrow, we'll see mainly sunny skies and light winds, with a high around 62. I'm meteorologist Kyle Puckett from 93.7 Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Make Hog Wild the centerpiece of your Thanksgiving feast. Pre-order a 12-pound whole smoked turkey or a 4-pound turkey breast for $55. A 4-pound boneless ham is $50. A complete meal includes your choice of a whole turkey or turkey breast, mashed potatoes and gravy, stuffing, green beans or corn, and a dozen rolls for $130. Pre-order online at GoHogWild.com soon. Quantities are limited. All weights are approximate before cooking. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Fall is here, and so are cooler temps, darker evenings, and slick roads. Is your vehicle ready for the change in season? At A1 Automotive, we've got you covered. From tire checks, brake inspections, batteries, and heater systems, we make sure your car is road ready for the Nebraska winters ahead. Don't wait until the first frost. Schedule your fall car care checkup today and drive with confidence all season long. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, the #1 fastest growing GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln area. We are going to keep this train rolling in a big way with new half-ton and 4x4 pickup trucks starting at $12,500 off list price or 0% financing. You heard that right, $12,500 off list price or 0% financing. You pick which one works better for you. Please stop on in the dealership and meet the team or check us out at CoppellCars.com. Stock number C280930. All deals with approved credit.
Water heater gone? Call Bryant. The price you're quoted is the price you'll pay. And in most cases, same-day replacement. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111.
I can't believe I just scratched that car. Find my insurance card.
Dude, what do you have in this glove box? Ew, are these socks dirty?
Oh, forget about the socks. I need my insurance card.
Just pull it up on the State Farm mobile app.
But I can do that? Oh, hey, I can do that.
Yep, it's called service.
I can file a claim on here too?
Yeah, it's called service.
Whoa, I could call my agent too?
It's called service.
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Krikak, today at 402-474-1173.
If one of the things running through your mind as a business owner is the recurring worry of possible cyber attacks, you can let out a sigh of relief. Hamilton Business Technologies has you covered. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we offer real-time threat monitoring, advanced security protocols, and more to keep your data safe from harm. We care about the success of Nebraska businesses and communities like yours. Learn how we can help you at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier power sports dealership. Score big with rebates up to $2,000 on the Kawasaki NAV, Kawasaki's first ever fully electric personal transportation vehicle designed for cruising the good life. Be the first to NAV your neighborhood. Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered all under one roof with a large selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, motorcycles, and personal watercraft at their 27th and I-80 location, where they can't wait to get you set up for football season.
Now back to The Drive with Aaron Davis and Nick Sainer, sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back in. One final time on The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. AD off to a speaking engagement, so stepped out. I take you through the last 4 or 5 minutes of the show here. I want to talk Husker hoops. Obviously, we talked about it in a light way to start the show. Nebraska plays Maryland Eastern Shore this evening as Maryland Eastern Shore plays both Nebraska schools, or 2 of the 3 Nebraska schools, against Nebraska tonight. Then they play at CHI Health Center on Friday against Creighton. But beyond tonight's game for Nebraska men's basketball, as they still try to work through some role-defining parts of their season, just 2 games into the year, they start to have some formidable opponents starting Saturday. Sanford Pentagon up in Sioux Falls, South Dakota this Saturday. They face off against Porter Mosier and the Oklahoma Sooners there. And then November 20th, just 9 days away from right now, they will travel to Kansas City, Missouri, and they will play in the Hall of Fame Classic. Their first round game is against the New Mexico Lobos. The winner plays on November 21st on Peacock. Both of those games for Nebraska men's basketball will be on Peacock, whether they go to the consolation game or they go and they play in the championship game of the Hall of Fame Classic down in Kansas City, Missouri. It's over at the T-Mobile Center, previously known as the Sprint Center. But when you look at the Hall of Fame Classic, the other two teams, obviously we know New Mexico is in there, but then also Kansas State and Mississippi State are the other two teams that are playing in the other semifinal matchup in the Hall of Fame Classic down in Kansas City. So once again, obviously tonight you expect very little issue, if any at all, against Maryland Eastern Shore. That's a 7 p.m. tip-off on the Big Ten Network, or excuse me, on Big Ten Plus. Goodness, on Big Ten Plus. Then Saturday, the Oklahoma Sooners going up against the Nebraska Cornhuskers, Sanford Pentagon in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and then they turn their attention to New Mexico next Thursday. If you don't go to the game tonight, the next time you'll have a chance in town in Lincoln at PBA to see the Huskers is Tuesday, November 25th, the week of Thanksgiving, when they host Winthrop, and then later the day after Thanksgiving on Black Friday, they will host this is Saturday, November 29th. They will host the USC Upstate Spartans. That all leads into a home matchup against Creighton on December 7th. So after tonight's game, it starts to get a little bit more competitive for Nebraska. We're going to learn a lot about this team as the next couple of weeks and as the rest of November kind of creeps through and as we work through it, because we saw it. I was at the game on Saturday against FIU, and if Nebraska, the way that they're going to play, we know Rienk Mast is going to be a big, crucial piece of this roster and of this team for Nebraska. But, man, if they can continue to shoot the way that they did Saturday against FIU, then there's certainly reasons to be excited. They're not going to be able to out-rebound a lot of teams. They're not going to be able to be more athletic than other teams more often than not. But if they can shoot, especially from the perimeter, we saw Price Sanford. Now, as he struggled in the first game against West Georgia, he was able to pick it up in Saturday's game against FIU. Much better performance for the former Iowa Hawkeye there. So once again, tonight, Nebraska, Maryland, Eastern Shore, 7 p.m. on Big Ten Plus, as that'll be your last chance until Tuesday, November 25th, 2 weeks from today. That'll be our next chance to see Nebraska in action at Pinnacle Bank Arena as they will travel to Sioux Falls. A lot of Husker fans go to those games. Obviously, Nebraska has played in that game a couple of times the last couple of years. Oklahoma State's been an opponent there. St. Mary's, the Gales, were the opponent for the Huskers last year in that hard-fought loss in Sioux Falls for Fred Hoiberg's squad. So right now, 2-0, still early in the year, and hopefully, Nebraska can continue to kind of improve and continue to define roles here in another year of Fred Hoiberg. All right, that is it for us. Stick around. One-on-one with DP is coming up next here on 93.7 The Ticket. AD and I will talk to you tomorrow on The Drive.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient